This your boy Town. So, I had to do a stream because I need to talk about this. At the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao is an all-time great. He's a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer. Do I think Manny Pacquiao is the GOAT? Absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you right now, had Errol Spence fought Manny Pacquiao last night, Manny Pacquiao would have took a beating. He would have took a serious beating last night. But I'm gonna talk about that later on in the video. The problem that I have, once again, Manny Pacquiao, he loses. Hey, what's up? Manny Pacquiao loses, and then he has excuses. He shows poor sportsmanship again. Now, if a black dude do it, then they're the worst in the world. They're horrible. They need to take their loss like a man. This is why Manny Pacquiao didn't get the rematch with Floyd right away. That was Floyd's plan. Manny Pacquiao can't never give credit to his opponents when he loses. He said that Marquez caught him with a lucky shot. How he caught you with a lucky shot when most people believe that he beat you the first 3 times y'all fought? He always does that. I just didn't have my legs and I have cramps. And now I could tell you why Manny Pacquiao, I could really go in on Manny Pacquiao and say, well, the reason why you didn't have your legs, I could really go that route. But at the end of the day, I'm just looking at Manny Pacquiao's continuance of showing poor sportsmanship. Why can't this dude just give credit where the credit? Ugas beat you. You lost to a one-arm Ugas. You got beat. You lost at least 8 rounds in that fight. I know Dalton had you winning 5, but I don't think so. Some people even only had you winning 2 rounds. I had it 8-3 and 1 even. I didn't even think Manny Pacquiao won the first round. I thought that I didn't think it was much activity. I said for years, how you beat Manny Pacquiao? Pressure him, sometimes get off first. Cover up when Manny Pacquiao stole those flurries. Ugas had the perfect game plan for Manny Pacquiao. And shout out to the homie John Boxing. I should have known that Ugas. See, the only reason why I thought Ugas was gonna get beat is because he had that messed up arm. But I guess it healed. And I'm gonna tell you right now, most people that was watching that fight thought Manny was finna run into something. That hook was there for Ugas all night. And what else? Manny Pacquiao can't defend the jab that good. If you got a good jab and you keep Manny Pacquiao at bay, Manny ain't gonna know what to do. And then sometimes Manny gets careless. When he get hit with a big shot, he want to come right back. Had he did that with Terrence Crawford, he would have got stretched. Manny got beat, he lost, and I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear about age, because they was just finna anoint him the greatest of all time if he would have beat Errol Spence. And I know Max is somewhere crying because he wondering how did Manny Pacquiao lose to Ugas? He lost to a one-arm Ugas. And I'm gonna tell you something. Ugas had Manny Pacquiao going backwards. He almost knocked Manny Pacquiao down. Manny Pacquiao was a punch or two away from probably being knocked out. Had Ugas had a little bit more power, he all night. The hook was there for him all night. And I told you, Manny don't fight good off the ropes. Terrence Crawford, if he would have got Manny Pacquiao up against the ropes, he would have ended Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has always struggled with dudes that can box. And I don't want to hear nobody saying Ugas was running, because you know how when it comes to fighters that look like Ugas, even though Ugas is Cuban, he considered a Negro. So I guess Ugas was running too, even though he was walking Manny Pacquiao down, and he's kept Manny Pacquiao in the middle of the ring for most of the fight. Man. I'm gonna make a video talking about that. I guess Ugas ran too, huh? See, Ugas saw what happened with Rigondeaux, because they both from Cuba. And Ugas was like, I can't go out like that. So I don't want to hear nobody saying Ugas was running. I dare somebody to come on here and say Ugas ran. Because you can't. Ugas stood right in front of Manny Pacquiao. He held his own. He was walking Manny Pacquiao down. The jab was there. The hook was there. He landed the body shot. Them body shots was bothering Manny Pacquiao as well, too. Manny Pacquiao never once in that fight had Ugas hurt. Not once. Manny Pacquiao was more hurt in the fight than Ugas was. Like I said, had Ugas had a little bit more power, that's what I was worried about. Because I didn't think but Ugas showed enough power to keep Manny Pacquiao. Oh man, Spence would have massacred. Spence would have massacred Manny Pacquiao. Spence would have massacred, man. It wouldn't have even been pretty. Well, something always wrong with Manny Pacquiao when he lose. Something always wrong with him. He can't never say dude was the better man tonight. And I couldn't feel my legs and Manny, I think it's kind of strange where he had documented random drug tests and then no power. He didn't even drop Ugas. He never had him hurt in that fight. Never. He never had him hurt in that fight whatsoever. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, But I'm gonna tell you right now, Ugas versus Spence or Crawford, that's a big fight now. That's a big fight now. When I say Ugas value just went up, because the funny thing is, a fight that nobody cared about, that we didn't think, he was going to more than likely win. He dominated, for the most part, he dominated Manny Pacquiao. He dominated Manny Pacquiao. Ugas is now, I can tell you now, he just earned him a multi-million-dollar payday. So if I'm Bud, this should really entice me. This should really entice me to go to the PBC. Appreciate that. If I'm Bud, this would really entice me. That's a big fight now. Ugas versus Terrence Crawford or Spence when he comes back. But Spence is out, and Spence is gonna be out of the picture for a while. And by the time Spence come back, he may not even be able to make 147 anymore. But Bud could possibly become Bud could possibly become the man. And I don't want to hear nothing about Manny Pacquiao was old and all that stuff. Well, Ugas is kind of getting long in the tooth too. You know, he's 35. Look, I gotta keep it a buck though. Kenny is my man and everything. Kenny Porter, that's my homeboy, that's my brother. But I thought Ugas won that fight. I thought, and I said that. Well, you know, he's a PBC fighter. Even though the odds were stacked against Ugas, now he can put him in the ring with Keith Thurman. He can say, which I think Bud is the best option. Bud is a more lucrative fight. I thought Ugas won that fight against Sean, and I'm just keeping it 100. And I mean, it ain't no disrespect to Kenny. I'm just telling the truth. I thought Ugas won that fight. Most people thought he won that fight, but you know, it ain't no disrespect. I thought he did enough to get the nod. But now it's kind of interesting now because now you look at the fact of Ugas-Sean Porter rematch, but I want to see him versus somebody like Bud. But probably what's going to happen is they might put him in the ring with Keith Thurman, and then maybe the winner could get Bud if Bud comes to the PBC. Maybe. I hope that this purse bid works out, because now what's going to happen is Al can sit up there and tell Sean, no, I'm going to just give you a rematch with Ugas. You don't have to fight Bud. I hope Al ruin this fight, because now he can sit up there and say he got options. He can say, well, we ain't going to make the Terrence, but they're going to take a big hit if they don't make the Terrence Crawford fight, because now it's going to be on them. Because I think the deadline was Friday, so now they got to do a purse bid. So if they tell, you know, if an offer comes, you know, they might just say, well, you know, I don't want to make the fight with Bud, and I'm just going to put Sean in the ring with Ugas. So, like I said, y'all going to finally see the truth. I know now, I see a couple of niggas now is trying to act like they, you know, now they want to be, you know, they want to show journalistic integrity now all of a sudden. I know niggas now trying to like regurgitate stuff that I was saying about the PBC and Al Heyman, but that's okay though. I was telling the truth in the first place anyway. But so much for a fixed fight. Because Manny Pacquiao Manny got his ass whooped. Manny got his ass whooped. And that's just like I said. Did y'all see how Manny was like, you know what I'm saying? You see how Manny was going back when he was getting hit with that hook? That, man, I keep telling you, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, and Keith Thurman kept letting Manny Pacquiao off the hook. Man, Keith Thurman, I didn't hear the broadcast because y'all know I was at the fight, but people told me Keith Thurman was kind of lightweight hating on Ugas, saying, well, you can't win a fight with a jab. Yes, you can. Who told you that? How you think Larry Holmes used to win most of his fights? Larry Holmes would utilize the jab, win the rounds to set up his power punches. I heard Keith Thurman was hating real bad. And I understand, because Ugas went in there and dominated Manny Pacquiao. You got dropped and you had a good fight, but Manny got the edge because you made some mistakes in that fight. I just heard Keith Thurman was hating. Who said that you can't win a fight with a... Man, y'all better watch some of them Larry Holmes fights. Larry Holmes had one of the best jabs I ever seen, man. it's not on Top Rank no more because they let it go to a purse bid. So now PBC have the right to say, okay, well, we'll put up 10 million because whoever win the purse bid, Bud gets 60%. So they let it go to a purse bid because PBC didn't put up an offer. So if they trying to they get full rights to the fight if they win the purse bid. This is on PBC if they don't win the purse bid. Man, if you want to learn how to, watch Larry Holmes, some of his old fights. Watch that fight with Jerry Cooney. Larry Holmes was the jab master. Yes, you can win a fight with a jab. So I don't know what Keith Thurman is talking about. Keith Thurman is tripping, man. But I get it. Yeah, Winky Wright. Yes, sir. And the sad part about it is Winky Wright and Keith Thurman is sort of like from the same area. Yeah, that Larry Holmes Jerry Cooney fight it's like a hard pill to swallow how they treated Larry Holmes. I was a little boy and I will never forget how Larry Holmes was treated going into that Jerry Cooney fight. Hey, it's so funny, right? Something telling me to make a bet. Something telling me, like, man, just go on and make a bet. Just drop a little of this, a little of that on the fight. And I was like, but I'm going to tell you something. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all with Manny Pacquiao? In most cases, I said Manny Pacquiao, he tried to go in there and get Ugas out of there early. But then when Ugas was countering him and landing that jab, and that's one thing about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, instead of him trying to think, he'll get reckless. He'll fight off instinct. And see, he wasn't trying to, he had no ring IQ with Ugas. Ugas outthought him, he outboxed him. And like I said before, if Ugas had Terrence Crawford's power or Virgil Ortiz power or even Errol Spence power, he would have stopped Manny Pacquiao. He would have stopped Manny Pacquiao. And to be honest with you, like I said before, Manny Pacquiao damn near was on the verge, one punch away from getting. Oh man, I ain't finna spend time talking about Bud versus Sean Porter. That was just something I threw in there. I'm really focused on Manny Pacquiao. I'm not even finna do the Top Rank versus PBC. I'm just making a quick point. But anyway, and the thing is, I had a real good seat. This is why I keep telling you guys, sometimes it's better to watch a fight in person than listening to it on TV. And instead of watching it on TV, because I don't have to listen to Keith Thurman. I don't have to listen to Sean Porter. I don't have to listen to, I don't even know who called the fight. I think it was Brian Kenny. My thing is, when is Manny Pacquiao gonna get called out for like being a sore loser? That's all I'm saying. When is somebody gonna say, hey Manny, stop with the excuses? Hey man, you lost. You got whooped. Okay. Y'all notice something about Manny Pacquiao when he fights a pure boxer? You notice that the fight is not even close when he fights a pure boxer. The Floyd Mayweather fight wasn't even close. Hey, but I guess Manny Pacquiao beat Ugas. Hey, I promise y'all, somebody gonna come in my comment section, some idiot, and say that Ugas was running. How much y'all want to bet? I promise y'all, somebody gonna say he was running. But yet he was coming forward the whole. I promise you, some idiot gonna come on here and say Ugas was running. Watch, Ugas ran. He ran. I promise y'all, some idiot gonna say that, and I can't wait to, cause I'm a roast their ass. See, you only gave him 2 rounds. I can't remember what rounds I gave Manny, but I only gave Manny 3 rounds. Well, they gonna say he was running. And he was willing, and that's another thing. He stayed right in front of Manny. He covered up. See, finally, what happened was, even though those referees had it, like all 3 of the referees gave Manny Pacquiao 5 rounds. I don't know. Can somebody please explain to me what 5 rounds Manny Pacquiao won in that fight? Because I really need for somebody to explain what 5 rounds he won. When Manny fights a pure boxer, he doesn't just lose, he gets dominated. He got dominated by Floyd, and he pretty much got dominated by... Had Floyd fought the way Ugas had fought, he would have knocked Manny Pacquiao out. But Floyd played it safe. Yeah, Aubrey, I had it 8-3 and 1 even. Okay, so they had it 8 rounds to 4. Okay. Well, I mean, you being kind of generous giving Manny Pacquiao 4 rounds. Because effective aggression can be misleading. Yeah, you can have effective aggression, but Manny Pacquiao wasn't landing nothing. I mean, Ugas had a swole eye, but Manny Pacquiao's eye was leaking. I think I gave Ugas 3, and I think it may be like 5. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look on my phone how I scored it, and it was so funny, right? I'm at the fight with my sister, my real sister. I'm talking about same mama, same daddy, and we sitting in front of a bunch of Filipinos, right? And they knew Manny Pacquiao. Well, actually, the whole damn fight was full of Filipino, and most of them knew Manny Pacquiao lost. Most of them thought Manny Pacquiao lost. Now, one of them tried to act like he wanted some smoke. But when I told him I'll sleep his ass, he sat down. So it was like, and then it was some nigga there cooning and shit, but, it is what it is. The champ side, yeah! Champ side in the building. Hey, me and champ side, we went to the, show some love to the champ side. Me, champ side, and Blue Blood, we all got credentials for the Big 3, and we killed that shit. Hey, we killed me, champ side, and Blue Blood. We killed that shit at the Big 3. We killed that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We did our thing. Oh yeah, I threw my man champ side. Hey, the funny thing is, Champ side came on the fluke because what it was, they needed some top line media people. So they needed some top line media people. So I got on the horn. I called the Champ side. I called Blue Blood. So I called a couple of big guns. So they came down there. So, But yeah. You gave Manny 5 rounds? I didn't, man, you being generous. I didn't think Manny Pacquiao won 4 rounds. Ugas looked better doing everything against Manny Pacquiao. When Manny Pacquiao would land a couple of those furies, when Ugas would land a power shot, Manny was going backwards. When you pushing somebody back, it's clearly you doing the most damage. You being nice, but it's okay though, cause Manny got whooped. What footage? You talking about the big 3? I ain't even loaded all the big 3 footage. Me, Champ, and Blue, we got hella footage. Yeah, I ain't even put up all the big 3 footage that I got. Oh yeah. I ain't even put up all the big 3 footage. Me, Champ side, and Blue Blood, we got hella footage. I ain't even put it all up yet. It's gonna take me a couple of days to go through all that. Yeah, Manny was like I said before. Oh yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, Manny, he was 1 punch away from going. Like I said, man, hands right. They saying Manny gonna walk into something. Man, I might just go to Canelo versus. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. If that fight is on the up and up, Canelo might lose that fight. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. If the fight is on the up and up, Caleb Plant got a chance to win that fight. I was really impressed, and this is just real talk. I was really impressed with Ugas' boxing ability. Oh yeah, I've been seeing that lady for a while. She's his wife, she cool. I gave Manny, I think, maybe the 3rd. I thought he clearly won that fight just on activity, and I think I might have gave him the 5th, and then maybe I gotta watch that fight again, but I thought Ugas dominated. Like I said, many of us believe had Ugas had a little bit more power, he would have stopped Manny. Manny was, look, real talk, y'all. Manny, he was 1 punch away. When I say Manny was 1 punch away from getting put to sleep, and he was fighting so, at times, Manny was fighting so reckless, and then Ugas was stronger. Hey, y'all go to Booker T's, I gotta show Booker T some love though, because Booker T called it. He said Ugas was gonna win that fight. He said that he was willing to bet his mortgage. He said he was willing to bet his mortgage that. So shout out to Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker? So shout out to Booker T because he called it. You know, Yeah, so shout out to Booker T, man, because he called it. He said he not only did he say, let me tell you something. Booker T said that Ugas was gonna dominate Manny Pacquiao. Can you dig it, sucker? Hulk Hogan, we coming for. Nah, I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna be cool like her. I ain't gonna. Yeah, he do, Dalton. He do know his boxing. I think Manny better hang it up. Manny go. Yeah. Yep. Hogan, I'm coming. Yeah. I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna say. Yeah, they had SummerSlam last night too. Yeah, they had SummerSlam last night. So, yeah, it was just a lot of people out there, man. It was a lot of people. Most of the people was, I think SummerSlam, they doing part 2 today, right? It's like a. Yeah, I think we need to ask Manny Pacquiao to like retire, because I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao. I don't want to see him end up like Muhammad Ali, because like I said, Ugas, man, like I said, man. It was a good, hey, who would think that Ugas would give us a great fight? And it just goes to show you, hey, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is just real talk. Those guys, they watch our videos. You know, you have Ugas, you have Laura, you had, and like I said, I feel bad for my man Rigondeaux, but I'm telling you, Ugas saw that. He saw what we were saying about Rigondeaux and Laura. He was like, man, I got to put on the show. I can't afford, because I'm representing Cuba. He said, you know, I got to put on the show. He put on a show. He made his stock go up, and now people gonna want to watch him. You know, watch him. But Ugas wasn't a boring fighter anyway. He just a guy that don't accumulate a lot of knockouts. But I think he saw what was on the line. He knew he couldn't have another Guillermo Rigondeaux. He knew what was on the line. He knew what was on the line, and he said, I can't. He knew what happened with Rigondeaux. Well, somebody gonna say he ran. I know some idiot gonna say he ran. I already know some idiot is gonna say which I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know some idiot is gonna come on one of our outlets and say, "Oh, Ugas ran." Oh, they underestimated him. They underestimated. Like I said, I thought the reason why Manny Pacquiao would buzz him is because, you know, for the very reason he don't have a lot of knockouts. He don't have a lot of knockouts. But he can box. Yeah, he not bouncy like Floyd Mayweather or Bud. He got his footwork is solid. But the funny part about it is Manny was supposed to be the one with all the footwork. And he couldn't. And, hey, Ugas stood in the middle of the ring, except he displayed good defense. He knew how to cover up. Even when Manny would try to go low, and then Russell Mora, could somebody please explain to me how he got a fight of that caliber? And then those wasn't even low blows, though. They was just like borderline, barely. And he kept like, you know, trying. I was like, man, stop, man. Hey, well, Cop Killer, I'm gonna say this, and you figure it out. You draw your own conclusion. This was the first fight that Manny had in a while that had random drug testing. I didn't see no power from Manny Pacquiao. I didn't see anything. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You draw your own conclusion. You draw your own conclusion. Now, technically, he's never been caught, but many people suspected it. I'm happy for Ugas. I'm happy for the brother. I'm happy for him. Them body shots was doing a lot of damage to Manny Pacquiao. The body shots, the hook. Hey, Dalton, I keep telling you, Manny Pacquiao was one punch away, like I said, from possibly getting slept. Of course not. Y'all know why. Of course not. You know why they didn't root for Ugas. Too much melanin. They don't see no Latino. They see Crawford, they see Spence, they see, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna do a video about that. I'm gonna do a video talking about all that stuff. Of course they wasn't rooting for him. Too much melanin. Too much. I agree with that. I agree with that. Ugas versus Crawford is a big fight. That fight will sell now, because due to the fact that everybody, you know, now that it's, you know, probably been, you know, now that it's been made available, that most people know that Manny Pacquiao lost. Hey, don't be surprised if that moron. Don't be surprised. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, Kobe? Don't be surprised if that moron Skip Bayless try to say that Manny Pacquiao won that fight. Watch. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch Undisputed, because I know Skip Bayless gonna try to say Manny Pacquiao won that fight. Yeah, it's a big fight. It's a huge fight now. It's a huge fight. It's a huge fight. It's a man. It's a huge fight. That's just real talk. Yeah, Skip is the biggest man. He the biggest Manny Pacquiao sack hugger I ever seen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because when he talk about it, I'm gonna roast his ass. Yeah, it actually was good for boxing that he won. Ugas just earned him a big payday. All right, you guys, appreciate y'all for for tapping in. I got to get out of here, but I will return. More big 3 footage coming up later on.